The man wasn't afraid to offend his boss. He sent an email full of accusations, but by the next day, he regretted it. The damage was done. He had no choice but to walk into the office. Just as he braced himself for a storm, the entire staff surprised him with applause, because he had said what every worker wanted to say but never dared.
How long do you give him?
About a week.
But this was only the calm before the tsunami. HR told him to pack his things immediately. Worse, the clients he had built over years were snatched away by competitors. Facing the boss's scornful stare, Jerry still held on to a bit of hope. He dreamed of taking his most loyal team and starting his own company, but when he invited everyone to join him, the room went silent. No one stood up. Even the assistant he had trained from scratch rejected him to his face in front of everyone. Crushed, Jerry turned to leave. Suddenly, a woman stood up.
I will go with you.
Dorothy Boyd, thank you.
And so, under shocked eyes, they walked out together. Jerry never imagined this woman who risked everything to follow him would completely change his life. Right now, Jerry's only hope was star athlete Kush. Without the company's backing, he wasn't sure how much chance he had. But before Jerry could even speak, Kush said he would choose him as his agent and gave a verbal agreement on the spot. Jerry rushed to share the good news with Dorothy, asking her to prepare the contract. But reality hit hard. When Jerry showed up with the contract, he found the old company had gotten there first, and behind it all was his own girlfriend, Avery. When Jerry confronted her, she gave no apology, only insults and mockery. With his career and love life collapsing together, Jerry broke down. He called Dorothy and confessed everything. Hearing his situation, Dorothy invited him to stay at her home, despite her sister's objections. When he took off his sunglasses, she realized how bad things really were. She ran to grab medicine. Meanwhile, her son Ray walked in. Though it was their first meeting, they clicked like old friends. They laughed on the couch until Dorothy's footsteps came closer. Ray obediently ran off to bed. When Dorothy revealed she had admired Jerry for a long time, he lost control and kissed her wildly. But outside, the taxi she had called kept honking. With regret, Jerry had to leave. At the door, he promised her, "I'll find us a client, and I'll fight to take them to the very top." Soon, an overlooked player named Rod came to Jerry. With only 5 years until retirement, he refused to fade into obscurity. Jerry brought him to events and pushed hard to promote him. Finally, Rod got a chance to play. But in his rush to prove himself, he kept making mistakes. Even worse, the team owner said he was worthless. He warned Jerry, if Rod didn't change, the contract was off the table. Jerry urged Rod to tone it down, but Rod saw it as flattery. Stubborn and proud, he drove Jerry crazy. Seeing Jerry's breakdown, Rod finally got serious. He promised to train hard and stop messing up. Sure enough, 2 days later, Dorothy received a contract offer. Though Jerry stood right behind her, she deliberately kept her distance. Meanwhile, Jerry's finances were collapsing. Without money and a plan, he faced bankruptcy. That night, Dorothy invited him to a party. Ray ran into Jerry's arms with excitement. Jerry had prepared a gift for him. Even Dorothy's skeptical sister started to see Jerry differently. Dorothy never expected a man would